What's good, people? It's your boy TRIZLUCENT, and you are watching Small Time Critics. I am also joined by,
Hashi.
I was going to say, joined by my co-host, Hashi, who is 1/3 of the Small Time Critics.
Yes.
And hi. Today we are going to be talking about Black Mirror Season 7. I think I missed Season 6, you know. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I watched it. But Season 7 to Black Mirror, if you've never seen Black Mirror and you've been living under a rock, Black Mirror is an anthology series.
Yes.
That kind of gives us a blast into the future, really, actually.
And past.
And past as well.
And different galaxies and universes.
Different galaxies. A series that covers so many different, I guess, what would you call them? Like
iconographies, themes, societal kind of questions and struggles. A lot of different stuff, bro.
Yeah. And today we're going to be diving into that. First things first, I need to lower my seat. And now I think I'm too low. Oh well, we're here. Yeah, chat to me. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking? What did you think of this season of Black Mirror?
So the season 6, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, if I'm being brutally honest with you, bro. It felt very underwhelmed. I did watch it all on a plane, going to Vietnam, to be fair, so that could have been an issue.
Really?
But this season, there are 3, in my opinion, standout episodes.
Okay.
And the other 3 have their benefits. But this season, to me, was definitely a season delving into whether or not AI has humanity, number 1. Delving into our society's need for kind of validation, stuff like that. I definitely saw a critique on kind of content creation and stuff like that. And another big thing is our kind of not democratization, but definitely our kind of reliance on media to kind of take us out and give us kind of like a safe space and kind of refuge from the world kind of thing. Okay. Because if you think about Plaything and you think about the way the world is right now, people are literally running towards art to try and forget about what's happening, across the pond, or all over the world and all that kind of stuff. So it did a lot, man. And for me, I have my favorite episode, which we'll discuss. My favorite episode, and we'll discuss that a bit later on. But overall, this season did really, really well. And I think in regards to kind of talking about our times right now, Black Mirror was definitely a resounding success, man. Big up Charlie Brooker and the team.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think I echo a lot of what you're saying. I actually really, really enjoyed this, you know. Obviously, as you just mentioned, I think there was definitely a few duds, a few episodes that I feel like, you know, I think not that they wasn't challenging, and I think that's what Black Mirror has turned into now. I feel like it's turned into like a challenge of the mind every time I watch an episode. What is this one gonna make me think about the world today? That kind of thing. And I think there was definitely a few episodes that fell short of that. Probably now that I'm looking at it, probably episode 2 and episode 3. Even though I did like the stories,
yes.
But I think that there definitely was some amazing standouts, and the standout episode that I definitely want to talk about is going to be Common People, which was episode 1. Yeah. And that one was starring, who was in
Rashida Jones,
Chris O'Dowd,
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes. Honestly, an all-star cast there with those 3, definitely.
Yep.
What did you think about the episode?
I thought it was so sad and so devastating, and a real kind of like, not in a bad way, but a slog to get through. I think we discussed this as well. Like after you watched it. It was very heavy, and again it delves into the themes of kind of like being online, live streaming, content creation, for the sake of making money, and as little as money or as big as money as possible, and by any means as well. And I think the whole kind of ad reads and all that kind of stuff was really kind of a critique of like modern podcasts, anything in regards to the media and stuff like that. And for me, I obviously, we're going to go into spoilers, right? You know what I'm saying, in regards to all the episodes. Like at the end, when they both like decide to kind of delete themselves, so to speak, like it's just the way it happens, like her reading ads the whole time. It just was really like, oh my God. And Chris O'Dowd's character, like basically using his kind of self-deletion as like an expression as a warning sign to everyone on that service and stuff like that.
I really enjoyed the fact that it spoke to the life of the working man And
Yes.
what I mean by that is like, because I feel like that sometimes myself, like you know what I'm saying, working a job, forget like full-time or part-time, whatever it is, but you're constantly working to pay this bill, constantly working to pay that bill, that kind of thing. And it's like,
You want to work to live, not live to work.
exactly. And it's like, okay, cool, all right. Because I get these messages from like, you know, my service provider all the time. Oh, this year your figure's going up by 4%, or this year this is going up by 5%, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And it's like flipping out again. Why? What have I? Nothing's changing. You're just and they're like, okay, cool. To get rid of this X thing, upgrade to this plan. Do you know what I'm saying? So constantly, it's like, damn, what? So now, when 3G became obsolete, it's like now everyone has to be on 4G. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That kind of stuff. And it definitely touched on those themes so much, and it was so like. It was like and that's one thing I love about Black Mirror, because it's like a reflection. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I got from that episode so much. And especially going towards that end, wow, that ending. And it's like Tracy Ellis Ross being like the spokesperson for the brand, where it's like, oh, I mean, the service is great. You love it, right? I mean, you could only just upgrade for X amount of money, you know, and get rid of this.
Bro, do you know what's crazy is...
It's like fucking Sky TV.
Bro, it's like the snake eating the tail. Like, Netflix, this show's on Netflix, and Netflix constantly increasing their prices.
Exactly, bro.
It's actually kind of mad, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you deep it, and that kind of like life imitating art, so to speak, kind of thing. And even Tracy Ellis Ross's character, like feeling guilt and just upping her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her receptor to not feel that anymore, kind of thing. It's just crazy, man. And I think Rashida Jones being back in the show, because she wrote Nosedive, an episode in a couple, it wasn't not the last season but the season before, a really great episode, Nosedive. Her being in this, I think she's such a great actress. She needs to be in more stuff,
bro.
man.
She's amazing,
producing and directing a lot now,
bro.
but she's just so
amazing.
good, man.
She's amazing.
So good.
Acting, producing, directing, and bro, she's got so much range, bro.
Yeah.
From like, cause I'm used to watching Rashida Jones in a lot of comedies.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? So seeing her do something like so powerful like this, man, it was a really great episode. And Chris O'Dowd, man, honestly, 10 out of 10 performance from him as well.
Exactly. And then, because the thing is, like, you watch an episode like that and you're primed thinking, oh my God, episode 2,
Yeah,
let's
episode
go.
2 is going to be...
And then episode 2, what it is essentially is, all right, a girl bullies a girl back in school. This girl becomes mega, you know what I'm saying, in terms of in her field, creates this thing that makes her so powerful. She ruins said girl's life. It's a story as old as time. And I feel like I've seen it before.
Yeah, and
it was very rote and very, very predictable,
Yeah.
and very paint by numbers kind of thing. And then for the ending to be now she's the ruler of the world, even though she was the girl that initially bullied her, and no real lessons were learned here.
Yeah.
At the end, and I was like,
I was a bit disappointed.
I was very disappointed by that.
I felt like going into episode 3 was called
Hotel
Reverie.
Reverie. And by the way, shout out our previous guest Amra Mohammed, who was in the episode as one of the waiters.
Oh really?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. See that episode there, because it had Emma Corrin in it,
Yes.
right? That one, I did like that episode. With obviously, I'm not saying it was my favorite ones, but
Yes.
it was one of the weakest episodes. But I liked the episode based on the fact that it kind of spoke to the fact of, like, you know, modern cinema today, how it has to be all IP based, it has to be all some sort of franchise, some sort of something,
Yeah, as I mentioned.
Whereas like this kind of tells that kind of story of these kind of, like, for example, myself, I love the Carry On films. Do you know what I'm saying? I love the Carry On movies.
Goated
right?
films.
I couldn't see them being made again. Do you know what I'm saying? Or couldn't see them being revived again. That kind of thing. And it just spoke to the fact that the golden age of filmmaking just kind of being left behind, and that is is there a way back for them? Do you know what I'm saying? And if there is a way back, does it have to be through AI? Does that essentially have to be the way that these films have to come back for people to be interested in them again? We have to get Ryan Gosling to play the main star now, the main whatever.
Humphrey Bogart and Casablanca. What?
Do you know what I'm saying? So I guess I just like that kind of theme. Do you know what I'm saying? And Lisa Ray?
Issa Rae.
It's Issa Rae.
Yeah.
Her character playing, you know what I mean, like she's a female playing the male kind of counterpart to it. That was cool as well, you know.
What was interesting is obviously Issa Rae in her own career now is trying to do roles which is different to like Insecure and the stuff that's made her famous.
Yeah.
In her real life.
Yeah.
And I just find it very interesting in the show she's doing that as well. Again, similar to, episode 1, like life imitating art, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing.
So let's talk about Plaything. I think Plaything was probably one of the best episodes with Peter Capaldi.
Yes.
who I didn't actually recognize was Peter Capaldi until
Even though we've met him before.
even though we have met him before. Even though we haven't met him before, he looked different with long hair. But when he got arrested into the station,
Yes.
that's when I was like, oh my god, this is.
By the way, did you not see our also someone that we've met before?
Who?
Michelle Austin.
Yo, Michelle Austin.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, Auntie, what's up? What's up, Auntie? When I saw her, still,
She's
beautiful soul. She is
amazing,
such a nice woman,
and a great actress.
Great actress as well.
Wonderful performer. Yeah,
I felt that was a very, very powerful episode. And you know what's funny? The guy who was Lewis Gribben is his name. That guy was sick. He played the complete parallel of Peter Capaldi's character.
Yes.
So well, bro.
So well.
And that was like, obviously, it's a spoiler, but that was like Bandersnatch Part 2.
Oh, it was, yeah. Well, essentially it was, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I did appreciate the season. Like, they bring back a lot of characters from previous seasons, like to continue that story in a way. That's why, in a way, that's why I said it again.
Will Potter looks so old from his character in the last one.
Maybe that was by design.
Maybe.
But what I find interesting is like obviously the show's meant to be an anthology, but they keep on going back to previous things, and there's like loads of Easter eggs by the way in every single episode.
Yeah.
Which is very, very long to get into in this review, but just so like literally there's posters of like Metalhead from previous seasons, stuff like that. So it's crazy, all that kind of stuff. But I did definitely enjoy kind of like the episode overall. I thought that episode for me was like the best performing episode of the season for me in regards to acting, because bro, like you're literally oh my god, this is crazy, bro. And even in the end, in regards to the way it ended, I was like, I was a bit mixed on it, if I'm being honest with you.
That ending, I wanted way more.
Same.
I was like, yo, I need to know how this is going to pan out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I thought that was the perfect way to end it.
Yeah.
You know
but then again, like you're like, what's going to happen? But then in episodes afterwards, you find out that the Thrombey game, like 2 came out. So everything was fine though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everyone did end up waking up kind of thing. So I thought it was just a bit less something to be desired, so to speak. So for the episode.
Talk to me about what you thought of Peter Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. What was I saying, Peter?
Yeah, Paul Giamatti
in Eulogy.
So this is my personal favorite episode, for me personally. Everyone else I've seen online, the last episode is their favorite episode, which I understand.
I'm seeing the last episode, and I'm seeing the second episode being everyone's favorites or having the most talking points about it.
Second episode,
yeah, people are talking crazy about that one.
Interesting. For me, Eulogy was
younger crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, fair enough. Eulogy was such a great, again, another well acted episode, but also in regards to such a real kind of human emotion and something that everyone, like in this room, everyone watching has experienced to some point. You know what I mean? Kind of that regret, and in their own mind, creating their own kind of revisionist history of how an event happened in their mind, and then talking to someone else, it could be completely different. You know what I'm saying? Say we go to an event, you may see it a different way, and I see it a completely different way. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
And for him to then learn lessons from technology. You know what I mean? This is the one episode where, in my opinion, technology was used best, because technology should be for a human being a tool. Now, and this whole season through line, even in Hotel Reverie, can AI have some kind of humanity is something which doesn't track for me, because technology is a tool for humans to progress. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I also like is that obviously every time I watch Black Mirror, it always reminds me of like the Twilight Zone, for example. Yeah,
that's what it's obviously based on. Yeah,
and like this one really, I think you nailed it. What you just said, that it should be a tool. I love the aspect of the fact that you're using AI or using technology to so like quote unquote walk into the frame. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Walk into a period of your life to assess every kind of moment of it. And it's like, because I think about like, even I think about my own past, I think about stuff that, like, let's say, like you just said, we go to an event or something like that, and we see it from two complete different angles. And it's like, when Paul Giamatti's character is not, he's not even in the photo, or he's in the photo somewhere in the back. Yeah. But it's like trying to orchestrate and trying to formulate what this picture actually was. Do you know what I'm saying? And all the different kind of moments of it. Do you know what I'm saying? And his character, not, so to speak, not realizing the kind of mistakes he was making as a human being.
Yeah.
And it's like the growth that he made, finding out that the AI character was the daughter of the woman that he loved, and all these kind of things, bro. And it was one of the strongest episodes of the whole season. And that was an episode that really, really did speak to me so much, because it makes me think about, all the mistakes you've made, you know what I'm saying, across your lifetime. Yeah. And all the moments where it's like, you thought one thing, when it's like, bro, did you really take the second to sit back and think about how was it for this other person that was honestly there at the same time as you? Do you know what I'm saying? And again, fantastic acting in that episode as well, man. That was the episode. That one and Common People, I think, was the name of the first episode. Was 2 episodes where I got emotional.
Yeah, Eulogy. I got towards the end when you finally get the reveal of the face.
You know what's funny? I got emotional when the cello was being played.
Yeah, that was powerful as well.
That when you know what I'm saying.
I was welling up, so to speak.
Shout out Mo. Do you know what I'm saying? That moment there, especially when the character asks, the daughter character asks him, did you even when he said that they formulated the band, and he was like, oh, she played like. I don't even remember what instrument she played.
But he goes, why didn't you let her play the cello?
Why did you let her play the cello? He's like, oh, but she was cool playing the what's it called? The whatever she was playing.
Yeah, but she wasn't.
Like, did you ask her? And he's like, no. Do you know what I'm saying? Even like going to the restaurant, she's invited me all the way down to London. Blah blah. I went to propose to her, and he's like, did you even listen to what she had to say first before you just broke out into straight proposing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it makes you question so many stuff about your own life. Like, did you give yourself or give that other person in that situation with you the moment to say what they wanted to say? Do you know what I'm saying? And that Eulogy was a powerful episode. I feel like it's definitely the unsung hero ep of the season.
Yep.
Briefly, let's talk about USS Callister, because that was the movie of the season.
Goodness me,
literally
an actual full length feature length. Anyway, continue.
I think it was unnecessary.
Interesting. Okay.
I think it was unnecessary. I feel like the first episode was as in the one from 2 seasons ago, was it?
Yep.
Was great.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm assuming that it was the most popular, and it did the most well. That kind of thing. So everyone's like, we need more of this. Obviously, people like the the Star Trek kind of references, that kind of stuff, or what they call it in this Starfleet, so to speak. I just felt like, is it Christine Milotti? Yeah. She was great. You know what I'm saying?
She was so good.
I feel like
Jimmy Simpson as well.
Yes, yeah.
Which I miss. He's a great actor, man.
Like I just felt like the episode that for me that was like unnecessary. Like it wasn't needed.
I can see why you say.
Still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Still enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Like this could have been an easy 40-minute episode just as normal, or 30 minutes, whatever the normal time scale is.
Again, it was addressing something that you and I are involved in all the time, which is gaming and microtransactions and the AI component and literally, bro, the game becoming real life and the kind of peril of people actually losing their real lives in game, stuff like that, which is something which I never want to be involved in, by the way. Which I definitely I've realized this a long time ago. Like VR gaming is not something which I'm.
I love a good VR game, man.
It's not. I don't want to be immersed in that way. You know what I'm saying? For me, being immersed in a game is literally playing on screen and literally my motor neurons and my kind of, my ambidextrous kind of ways actually helping me and my actual mind helping me in the game, kind of thing.
I do want to give a big shout out to Jimmy Simpson.
Yes.
His character, was it Walton?
Yes.
Walton?
Yeah.
Bro, he was nuts this whole episode. Playing, obviously, him and Christine Milotti played obviously both parallels of their characters.
Yes.
Ones from the real world as well as the ones from the outside world. Yeah. And my God, man, he was the star of the show for me. Yes. He was the star of the show for me.
Again, him, actors like Jack O'Connell, which we'll speak about later, bro. Like, where have they been? They should be on our screens all the time.
Bro.
We're getting people on our screens we shouldn't have on our screens all the time.
Like, those two names remind me of like the Walton Goggins. How now you see Walton Goggins everywhere.
Yes.
That's
but it's crazy because Walton Goggins is now everywhere in his 50s. We should have had him when he was in his 30s, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's unfair. But yeah.
So what's your overall thoughts on this season, Black Mirror?
This season, a very, very strong season. Again, kind of delving into themes of AI and whether or not they're human beings, our kind of microtransaction society, and stuff like that, socioeconomic stuff. Really good. I think episode 1, for like you, bro, standout episode. Like it's episode 1 and episode 5 for me. Episode 6 is definitely a very strong episode for me. But I didn't like the last 20 minutes, if I'm going to be really honest with you. Especially the stuff with Jesse Plemons' character, which again I felt like was unnecessary in him being quote unquote the god of the world and all that kind of stuff. That's
why I say I felt like it was an unnecessary ep.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bro. It was the cash grab of the season.
Yeah, without doubt. But definitely, Common People really, really talked about the perils and all of the kind of negative aspects of our times currently. And episode 5 was just a great kind of character study and That's what you want from art, to really delve into the humanity and the human psyche.
Episode 1 was like reminiscent of the reason why I enjoyed the first 3 seasons of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It really kind of went back to the drawing board and went back to the reason why I even started watching this group of episodes in the first place. But obviously, we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
What's your STC score for the season?
We don't normally rate TV shows, but for this, because it's an anthology, we don't know whether or not it'll be back for quite a while. I'll say this one's like a solid 7.5.
Good. That's exactly where I'm at with this. 7.5. I think that's a fair score.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. If you enjoy Black Mirror, or have you not even seen this episode yet, comment down below. Let us know your favorite episodes from this season, and let us know your favorite episodes from previous seasons. That'll be good as well.
Yep.
And that was the review. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.